China Glaze OPI Nail Stick Water. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do some cool things with your nails and probably some brushes and polish. Start off by putting on a top coat. Make sure it's really shiny and wet looking, but wait for it to not be wet. Then use nail stick whiteout to make it white like a canvas. If you need to, do a second coat to make sure that it's not bad. Make sure to get the tips. Bliss Kiss Simply Peel is for your fingers. You put it all over the place except the nail, because that's how nail art works. Make sure to cover every inch. If you get some on your cuticle, you messed up and should probably start over. I decided to use the same color as the polish on my nail to make sure that this was even more confusing. Julie, you can't laugh.
I'm sorry.
The only part of your finger you want to be left showing is your cuticle, because everybody knows that's the most attractive part of the finger. China Glaze OPI Nail Stick Water. Get a bucket of water, and then you pour a bunch of polish in it to make eggs, sunny side up. Oh, that's a rotten egg. Well, don't eat this. This is for trained professionals only. This is what we call a spring rainbow. You just want to dip a little bit into it. We call this color palette Lucky Charms. Like I said before, it's not for eating, but it is very good to look at. We don't have any of that, Odie bread stuff in here because we only have the good stuff. Be sure to poke into it to turn it into a 4-leaf clover. As I said, it is Lucky Charms, but we're going to do more so that it's a flower. Just keep pulling in from the outside into the center to make this as strange as possible. As you can see, it starts to look a little bit like tie-dye. You can see the finished product on my thumb right now, but poke your finger into it like you would a jelly donut. Use a toothpick to scrape off the extra for some reason, even though it's not on your nail. Swiggle your finger around, and then there you have it. There's a nice mucus-looking film over your fingers. Next step is to repeat the process, but with much less color. Do some yellow, also some yellow, and then pink. These are all the colors that I showed in about half a second of before. If you need to go back, you'll have to try really hard to pause it on the right spot. In case you didn't catch it before, we're making Lucky Charm tie-dye flowers out of all these colors. Just quickly and messily scrape it and ruin it so that you can poke it with your finger and swirl it around with the toothpick. Oh, I really like that one. That's some great looking mucus. Just in case you didn't see it the first 2 times, I'm going to show you again, but this time a little bit faster, just to really nail it home. Quickly dip your finger into it. You don't want it to get too hard, because if you do that, you might break your nail. And as you can see, this is turning out really great. I love the colors. I love the consistency. Just like before, the cuticle is the sexiest part of the finger, so we're going to scrape off only the cuticle and leave the rest. We're going to scrape off everything around the finger. Again, this is why I painted my whole finger white, like a canvas, for this beautiful masterpiece. Be sure to make it very messy and do it quickly and without care, because this part doesn't really matter. If you're really stingy, you can use a tiny baby wipe to rub your knuckles. Next, get some water and just paint the sides of your nail and your cuticles to make sure they're nice and wet. and then shimmer them in the light. Put a top coat over to lock it in, the color, the scent, and the consistency. Make sure that it's very shiny so that you can put some clouds on it. Next, peel the clouds away from the cloud sticker and stick it on your finger. As you can see, I do not know how stickers work, and I put the wrong part of the sticker on my finger. I'm not sure why I did this. And then put some paint on a marshmallow and dab it all over the place. Peel off the reverse sticker, and there are your clouds. This time, I won't use a marshmallow because I ruined the last one. I'll use a brush and do a few less clouds because I went a little overboard last time. I found another marshmallow, so I put some more paint on it just so you can see this technique one more time. Be sure to peel it off as slowly as possible so that you don't rip your clouds into a bunch of different pieces. Next, get the earwax out of your cuticles, and we're going to put one more top coat to make sure that the clouds don't float away. And there is the final step to the Rainbow Lucky Charm tie-dye flower cloud design. If you give this look a try, be sure to tag me in all your recreations. I'll put my socials in the info. Okay, bye! I'm using the same color as my nail so that if anybody tries to see...
Anybody tries to what?
I don't know.